Hello friends, today in this tutorial we will be building a YouTube thumbnail downloader inside Vue.js. So you just need to copy paste the URL from a YouTube video and then you need to copy paste inside this application. So you can see this is the application we will be building. So this is a simple input field. So here you need to go to youtube.com and simply copy paste the URL of the video which you need to download the thumbnail. Simply plug this URL here inside this input field and simply paste it, and now you will get your thumbnail inside. You can see highest resolution, medium resolution, so all these thumbnails will be written on the screen. You can also preview this. If you click the preview button, it will open this inside new tab. So this is built in inside Vue.js inside browser. So you need to have simply the button and click high resolution. This will be the high resolution thumbnail. If you go to the medium resolution, this is medium resolution. So in this way you can build this application. So we are simply putting the URL of the video, whatever URL that we need to get the URL. So simply click the URL and here you need to paste it. So you can see that. So this is highest resolution. So basically you will see this thumbnail URL here. So we are dynamically inserting the ID of the video, and then we are attaching max resolution default or JPG. So in order to build this application, I have given all the source code in the video description of the video. So this is the blog post I have written step by step inside my blog post. So the source code will be there inside video description. So you will see this is the index.html file which is there here. So simply you need to copy paste this source code, and I will write this source code step by step inside this video. So let's start building this application. So here we will just give a title to it. So simply you can give a title here, which is Vue.js YouTube thumbnail downloader. And for building this, we can use some Bootstrap as well. So we can just go to right here, Bootstrap CDN. And after this, you can just go to w3schools.com and go to get started. So one people is watching the stream, guys. So we are building a YouTube thumbnail downloader application inside Vue.js. After the title, you can paste the link here like this, and then we can build, use the container class and say in the center position that Vue.js YouTube thumbnail, YouTube video thumbnail downloader. So you can see this is our heading here, and now we simply need a simple input field where we can. So we will have form group class, and inside this we will have a input field form control. So here placeholder we will say enter YouTube video URL, and it should be required. And after that we can give it a label, that URL. So here we will say enter YouTube video URL. So if you refresh it, you will see enter YouTube video URL. So here you will enter your YouTube video URL. And now to initialize Vue.js, guys, we need to include the CDN of Vue.js. So I have given this inside my video description link. So you can include this CDN here after the body tag so that you can use the CDN or Vue.js. So right here we will initialize the Vue.js app here. So right here what we need to do is that we need to initialize it, the Vue.js app. So just wait. We need to attach a parameter called as, you can give it an ID of app also so that we can target this inside Vue.js. So after giving its ID here, so we can now initialize a new reference of Vue.js app. So what we can do is that here, this is the way by which you can initialize Vue.js app new and followed by Vue, and then you provide a set of curly brackets, and after that this contains a method out there which is called as dollar $mount, and here basically you provide the id, whichever id that you have given to the element. So in this case we have given this id which is app, so here we will provide in double quotes hash symbol app. So this is our Vue.js application in browser. So now basically we will create some variables right here inside this. So we will have a data variable, and inside this data we will return some variables. So first variable will be for the URL which the user writes, and put a comma, and the second will be for thumbnail preview. So to preview the thumbnail, so these are the two variables that we have initialized. Now we need to attach this inside the DOM. So inside this input parameter we can give it a v-model parameter. So basically this will bind the Vue.js with the DOM. So we can give it the URL which we have provided this variable. You can see URL. We have declared this. So after attaching this V model, we are attaching this to the DOM. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to declare a another div. So this time this div will have a property attached to it, which is a if condition of view v-if. So basically this will only execute if the condition turns out to be true. So here we will give a function name which we will initialize, which is YouTube thumbnail underscore downloader. So when this function returns true, then only this block of code will execute. So inside this we will have a button which will actually download the thumbnail for us. So here we can, so preview thumbnail, so we will say preview thumbnail, and here we can attach a @click. So basically it is attaching when you click this button what will happen. So when we click it, we will declare a download function which we will make, and inside this we will pass the thumbnail preview. Basically this is a variable we will pass here which we have declared right here in the data variable, you will see. So this will be the one button which will be shown to the user when the URL is correct. And secondly, the image will also be shown to the user. So simply you will put image source. So source is equal to, source is written like this, which is colon source. So this is a Vue dynamic parameter. So here we will just show the image to you, thumbnail preview. This is the variable that we have declared. And after that, we will close the image tag. That's it. So now basically if you open the Vue.js app at this moment, nothing will be shown to the user. You will see nothing will be shown, and some error will be there because YouTube thumbnail downloader is not defined. So we need to define this function right here. So now to define a function in Vue.js, there is a separate block out there which allows you to declare this. So if you put a comma here, there is a separate method which is called as methods. So inside methods, you provide the method implementation, and there is also a third block which is called as, put a comma here, and which is called as computed. So in this block, computed is also kind of a method section, but here we put the methods where we put a condition attached to it. So this is attached to a condition, if condition. So that is why we are putting here YouTube thumbnail downloader. So here inside computed section, we need to say YouTube thumbnail underscore downloader, So this is kind of a function. So here, first of all, we need to check for the URL. If this dot URL, if the URL submitted by the user is not empty, then in that case, if the URL is empty, then in the else block, we will just say return false. So basically this function will return a Boolean value, either true or false. If it returns true, then only it will show this button to the user. If it returns false, then it will not be shown. So basically now if I run this application, you will see if the URL is empty, nothing is shown to the user. You will see button is not shown. If I write something here, you can see now we need to just say we need to validate the URL. So for validating it, if you just see here, we we are using a regular expression for validating it. So if you go to my video description link here, for this we are using regular expression. So just declare this variable. So this is required for YouTube URL validation. This is kind of validation. So again, we will declare some more variables out there, which is, let me declare this. So then we got the match. So we will match it, this regular expression. So this is this dot URL dot match, and here we will pass the regular expression. So if it turns out to be true, so we will also have vid URL. This will be empty. And again, we will have thumbnail preview. This will be also be empty. And then we will have two variables. First for the high quality thumbnail, this will be empty. And then we will have the thumbnail for medium quality, which is MQ, which is also empty. So after this, we will say if the match comes out to be true, and also if it is not null. So this is the condition that you need to write. If the length is exactly equal to 11 characters. So basically, if you check the YouTube URL, it is the length comprises of 11 characters. So basically, we are checking for both these conditions. So this is double equal to. If the match is equal to true, if the regular expression is matched and also the length is equal to 11, in that case, the user has entered a valid URL. And then we can initialize the vid URL to be match. We can initialize it to the URL, and also we can construct the thumbnail preview, which comes out to be, if you just see here, so this will be equal to, so we will construct the URL similar to this img youtube.com slash vi slash, and then we will put the video URL, which is vid URL plus, and then which is mq default dot jpg. So after putting the preview here, we will able to get our thumbnail high quality and thumbnail medium quality. So for this, we just need to replace some things here instead of writing. So this will be same here. So we just need to make slight changes. So we just need to copy this. And for the high quality and for the low quality, we just need to change two variables here, which is this will change to, if you just see here, let me HQ, it will change to HQ default high quality, and this will change to, I think this will remain as yes, this will change to HQ, but this one will change to max resolution, MAXRES. So that's your thumbnail in high quality and medium quality. And if it doesn't matches, then we will simply say to the user in the alert box that the YouTube URL that is not correct, please write again in the. So this is kind of a validation. So now if I launch this application, if I write something, you will see this is not correct. It will show to me the YouTube URL is not correct. Please write again. So for this, I need to copy paste the YouTube URL. Let me paste it. And now you can see no error will take place. Now we simply need to show the URL. So what we can do is that right here, and also we can return false here. So, so outside this, let me format the document. So outside this, we will initialize the, which is this dot. We will initialize these variables which are declared inside this data field here, this dot thumbnail preview. So we will initialize it, this dot thumbnail preview. So this will be equal to thumbnail preview like this. And two more variables we can declare it right here, which will be for the thumbnail high quality and thumbnail medium quality. So this needs to be colon here. And now we can initialize it to this dot YouTube, sorry, thumbnail high quality will be equal to thumbnail high quality. This dot thumbnail medium quality will be equal to thumbnail medium quality. So after initializing this, guys, we can return true. So this is very much important. We need to return something, return true. So now the button will be shown to the user. So just wait, return true. Yeah. So now if I hit it, if I paste the URL, you will see this is our thumbnail which is shown to us. We also got a button to preview the thumbnail. So this button is not working. You can right click this image and save this image onto your computer. So this image is saved as a JPG image. And now to make this button working, we need to write the function that it is expecting to have. You can see we have binded a download function which is taking the thumbnail preview as an argument. So inside this method section, we need to write this function, which will simply open the image in the new tab. So download, and it will expect the URL. So for this, we simply need to declare a dynamic, we need to create an anchor element, document.create element, pass a anchor element, and then a.href will be equal to the URL which is passed, and we will add this element to the body, document.append child, and we will pass a. Then we will click it automatically programmatically using a.click, and then we will remove this child after clicking it, document.remove child a. So this is just the logic required to open the image in a new tab. So if I click the preview thumbnail, you will see it will open this inside new tab. So now we need to display the high resolution and the low resolution also. So for displaying it right here, in order to do this, if you just see here, medium resolution, this dot thumbnail, we need to add the DOM in order to display these images. We have got the variables ready here. You will see that we have initialized these two extra variables. So now we need to write some DOM here. After this thumbnail preview, we need to add uh, I will just copy this two more times. So this will be for, so here we will pass the thumbnail high quality. So here we will say high quality thumbnail, and this time we will pass thumbnail medium quality. So this will be medium quality thumbnail. So, and here we need to display thumbnail medium quality, and in this we need to display thumbnail high quality. So that's it. The download function will remain the same. So here we are just changing the values that we are passing to it. The rest of the logic remain the same here. So this is a download function which will do the business logic for us. So if I paste it, sorry, we need to paste this URL here of a valid. Let me take this YouTube video, click, copy the link address. So now you can see this is the high resolution. If I click medium quality, so it will open this inside a new window. And once again, if I click the high quality, so you will see this will have the high quality thumbnail opened. So in this way, guys, you can simply make a YouTube thumbnail downloader kind of application inside Vue.js. We have looked at how to do it inside the browser itself. So please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And for more videos like this, please hit the notification bell icon also. I will be seeing you in the next video.